Here we go. Here we go. Democrats doing Democrat things.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and save us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil, chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
Nigga. That's the real issue, nigga. That's the real issue, nigga. And you sitting here playing with me, nigga. That's the real issue, nigga. July 21st is the real issue, nigga. July 21st, that's the real issue. Nah, don't wave to me. You still talking? You still talking? July 21st? Say Elijah. Say Elijah. Elijah, my son. Motherfucker, you playing? Motherfucker, you playing? Fuck you, bro. Nigga.
MC Too Tall, and you're watching the MC Too Tall show. And this is a special Sunday edition where we talk about Democrats doing Democrat things. Typical Democrat behavior. Democrats are the cancer of America. Democrats are uncivilized, uncouth. They glorify violence, they glorify rape, and they think they are better than you. They think they're better than you, but meanwhile, they are the sleaziest savages going. And let me show you some more Democrat behavior.
Let's listen in.
United American Free Will Baptist Church. And you can see that the preacher is Timothy Cheneyfield. He's 42 years of age. But let me show you his picture. This is the preacher. And you go, okay. He's also a child pedophile, a predator. In addition to being a preacher at this church, he's also a chaplain for Compassionate Care Hospice. And if that's not enough, between 2012 and about 2024, he worked for the school system in Polk County. This is a dope-smoking preacher right here in front of you. He's a dope-smoking pedophile preacher right before you. And now he's locked up in the county jail where he should be.
Okay, that's the Polk County, Florida sheriff. The guy's a national figure now because he actually arrests people. And it's become such a rarity for law enforcement to actually make an arrest that when law enforcement actually enforces the law and arrests people, it makes national news. I mean, nothing against the sheriff of Polk County. He's doing his job. And obviously he loves his job, and God bless him for that. But it just goes to show you what place the rest of the nation is in. If some guy in little old Polk County is just simply doing what normal people would expect his job to be, and it's making national news, and he's being applauded and stuff. That's not on him. That's on the low expectancy or the low expectations of a nation. And notice these people's party affiliations aren't revealed. These people's party affiliations are not revealed. Like you had the first one, knocking a woman out, saying the name of some fictitious son he has named Elijah. Turns out the man is just a sicko that doesn't have a son named Elijah, never did, never will. And, he's a sicko that belongs behind bars, not a mental institution, behind bars. And I think John Warnock Hinckley Jr. also belongs behind bars because he almost killed America's greatest president in my lifetime. Now then, we come over to this story with this preacher man hiding behind God's word to rape the children and give them AIDS. Obviously, if it's something unbelievably sickening and disgusting, it's of the Democrats. This person did not need to reveal that he was a Democrat for me to know he was a Democrat. The other guy that just runs around knocking women out and chasing after them, calling women the N-word, yeah. Judging by that behavior, that's a Democrat. Okay? And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Because I hope you realize that to say it's perfectly symmetric and that the behavior is not mostly of the Democrats, that is misleading and dangerous. You have to know it mostly comes from the Democrats. A huge, disproportionately larger amount of this type of behavior comes from the Democrats. Now I'm going to tell you another little thing right here. Check this out. This is Victor Alvello, okay? He's a Bronx sanitation superintendent. And, he won his whole career and everything, happily retired, this and that, blah, 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 and then he gets hauled in for having thousands and thousands and thousands of clips of kiddie porn. Another associate of his from Staten Island, a guy we'll just call Robbie, is probably, an accomplice to all this kiddie porn. And he retired comfortably and now resides in Florida. I wish that person would be extradited to face justice. And they're all Democrats. They're all registered Democrats. And if they're not registered Democrats, they follow Democrat ways. If it's disgusting, despicable, disgraceful, inappropriate, it's of the Democrats. It is of the Democrats. And you have to realize that. You need to come to a hetero-white messiah realization that all bad behavior comes from the left. All political violence comes from the left. The rape and murder of children comes from the left. The rape and murder in general comes from the left. Embezzlement, money laundering, that all comes from the left. Fraud, massive child care and hospice fraud, that comes from the left. Now check this out. That's Tim Walz getting egg on his face, and deservingly so. Tim Walz deserves egg on his face because, quite frankly, he is a fucking scumbag. And he's lucky he only gets egg on his face. You can't humiliate these bastards enough, okay? They are evil, retarded bores. So many levels of hell where belong the left. And boy, oh boy, I wish there was something like the Purge sometimes. But instead of calling it the Purge, call it the retard hunt. This way, the population of Democrats can dwindle as it's supposed to. And we would be doing God's work if that were hypothetically to happen. Respect God, watch out for the Illuminati. Like, follow, share, comment, subscribe. Stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building, hip-hop artist, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, person with a say in all matters hip-hop, MC Too Tall. Keep kicking that slang.